Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Padel Pulse Podcast powered by LMD. Pretoria, you just gave us the tournament of the year. Chingotto and Galán come up clutch. Leal and Guerrero, what in the world was this? Gladiator run of the year, Ismaeel?
Amazing.
Calvo, Fernandez, Gemma and Triay, still queens. LeBurger, did they choke? Coello and Tapia streak over. All of that and so much more. But before we start, I'm Yousef.
Hi, I'm Ismaeel.
This is Padel Heaven. This is Padel Heaven.
LeBurger has fully arrived. He is the man. He's the man. He's the best player on the left in the world right now.
He's walking off like it's nothing. He's walking off like it's nothing. It's so disgusting how amazing that was.
You can tell that you're enthusiastic. You guys are helping the conversation move along, especially in English, which I think is very needed.
We have Miguel and Nuno. Welcome David Howe. Welcome Gonza and Nico.
Welcome to the podcast. CFL Brazil.
Medina Murphy with us here today. Coach Nacho Porto.
Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Haroon's not with us for this episode, but he will be back for the London P1 next week. And guys, go check out our sponsors, LMD. They're one of the leading real estate developers in the Mediterranean region. They have so many cool projects, so you can check out in this button here or the description to find out more. Well, Ismaeel, by the way, you said Chingalan are going to win this tournament. I also said they're going to win this tournament. But boy, were we given a treat this week. Thank you, South Africa.
Amazing.
Thank you, Pretoria.
Tournament of the year so far, Yousef.
I needed some juice to be flowing in my body again in Padel. I felt like it was getting a bit stale, and I said it last episode. And look what Pretoria did for us. It gave us one of the tournaments of the past 2 years, I might say.
I think so.
1 point away from maybe one of the best runs ever. But it did not happen. However, we're going to talk about Leal and Guerrero. But the champions, Chingotto and Galán, back on the thrones. 6th tournament of the year. Ismaeel, your thoughts on the guys who want to be the kings of Padel?
Well, Yousef, I told you don't worry about Chingalan.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your pick for number 1 at the end of the year because these guys are true champs. They've officially elevated to another class. Like, I wasn't worried even though it was 5 tournaments in a row without a title, even though they were in like almost every final for those fast 5 tournaments. Yousef, these guys are clutch. They're built for the moment. They trust each other. They know how to weather storms. Leal and Guerrero brought everything. It was a monsoon coming at them after the momentum they stole by winning that second set. It was unbelievable. The crowd was behind Leal and Guerrero. Everything was going in their way. Leal was playing out of his mind in that beginning of that third set. Like, it looked like there's no way to stop them. But Chingalan found a way, Yousef. Yeah. They found a way, and it's credit to their ability to trust each other and to weather tough moments and stick together. Yousef, Galan in the post-match presser said he was not having a good week, let alone a good match, and he gave all the credit to Chingotto. Anyways, they're always such great teammates, so they do that. But he was off relative to his alien standards, right? This wasn't an amazing match from him. But more importantly, it was an amazing level from Leal and Guerrero. It was incredible. And, you know, they were serving for the match, Yousef, at 5-4 in that third set. Yeah. And they choked it, or they lost it. And then it looked like, well, the momentum again went all the way back to Leal and Guerrero. Yeah. They held serve at love at 5-6 to send it to a tiebreak. And they had multiple chances to go away, Yousef, in the tiebreak, and they didn't. They hung in there. Galan was not having a good tiebreak, Yousef, but your boy Chingo stepped up big time. Yeah. He had the big boy pants on. That Vibora came out in the big moments. 2-3 down, 2-4, like 3-all, 3-4. He brought the big Vibora. He brought the big boy pants. And it was about that, Yousef. Like, you know, I don't even have anything to say about Leal and Guerrero in terms of like it was such a high level match that it was going to be.
We do have a lot to say about Leal and Guerrero.
Yeah, a lot to say, but like I mean, it was an amazing level. Yousef, Chingalan, they're just champs. Yeah. It's the finest of margins. It's the finest of margins. These guys know how to get broken. They know how to take punches, and they know how to hang in there. Yeah. They know how to adjust tactics. You know, their coach was telling them, you know, you need to come to the net more, play to Guerrero more, play to Leal more, play down the line. And they did, right? And they're able to implement and adjust on the fly and be patient with the change of tactics. And They're champs, Yousef, for a reason. They're coming for world number 1 for a reason.
Yeah, no, this is exactly what Chingalan fans needed. This is exactly what my prediction needed. It needed an early loss, which is a semi-final from Coello and Tapia. An early loss and a tournament win. You know, I was cheering for Chingalan to win this, but I would have loved to see Leal and Guerrero finish off that incredible run. I can't wait to talk about it.
I needed to see Yousef.
Yeah, it was going to be spectacular. However, Chingotto and Galán needed this so bad because they need to cut the lead. The lead has now been cut, I think, to less than 1,000 points now. So that means they can now say, like, okay, we're on their tails again. And now going into the London P1, they're going to have, Coello and Tapia are going to have to be thinking, we need to get this one, because if we go into the break with them with the momentum, then that's not the best thing that we want for us. However, you know, I really need to go back because, you know, the match was going back and forth and you felt like, okay, then there was the late break by Chingotto and Galán in the first set, late break by Leal and Guerrero in the second set. And then they're going toe to toe, and it all goes down to that final set tiebreak. In that final set tiebreak,
amazing tiebreak,
there was a man who was flustered, who we call Galantico. But on the other side of that same court, you had Federico Chingotto, El Raton, who when we were watching, I told you, who's going to rise up to the occasion? I told you, who is the player that at this specific moment has balls of steel, I might say. And he had to become the leader. And he became the leader. And Galan, who gave us maybe one of the worst shots I've ever seen from a pro, with that fake smash into the fence. Yeah. And you're like, it might be on. And he's smacking his racket on the ground.
At 2-1 down in the tiebreaker.
He's losing his mind. It's over. But who weathered the storm? And who did Fran Guerrero and Javi Leal go to? They went to Chingotto because that was supposed to be the out, the coach said. But that was actually the strong suit. That was actually the pillar that kept them going. And Chingotto, what he did those next 4 or 5 points, was able to get Galan back into the match, and at the end was able to get them the tournament win. Federico Chingotto weathered the storm. Those 4 points might have saved them their season, by the way. Might have saved their hopes of becoming world number 1 by year's end.
You might be right, Yousef. And I want to give credit to Chingotto specifically on match point down. Yeah. They were down match point. This tournament was going to go away. Yeah. 7-6 for Javi Leal and Guerrero, match point. Yeah. And Chingotto pulls out the whipper of a Vibora right at Fren's feet. Yeah. And that's it. Then that sealed it. When I saw that, I think Fren was a bit flustered. He wanted to let it go by him. It ends up hitting his feet. They win it on the next match point that they get to Chingotto and Galán. Incredible tactical move by Chingotto. And Yousef, you know, I also think we need to remember that, you know, in the past couple tournaments, Chingalan had some leads that they blew against Coello Tapia. One of them was that they had match points, or they were up in the tiebreak, remember, and they blew it. One of them was they were up a set and they blew it. So, like, these are also lessons that I think serve them in general, and I think it served them today. Like they were going into the third set knowing that it doesn't matter. Like one set all doesn't mean anything. Like you have to go, you have to prove yourself, you have to fight till the end, and that's what true champs do. They never take their foot off the gas pedal, even if they get broken when they're serving for the match. Yeah, they keep going.
You can say that this is an easy final against Leal and Guerrero, but when you have two players of that caliber and they're on fire and they're filled with confidence and they have magic on their side, to stop that fury coming your way, it's very tough. You saw what happened to Coello and Tapia. You saw what happened to LeBron and LeBurger. So that's credit to them. I think this was a gutsy win from Chingotto and Galán. And now it's time to talk about Leal and Guerrero. But before we do, Ismaeel, who's the MVP?
For me, it has to be Chingotto. It has to be Chingotto. Galán is amazing. I think of him as the leader of this team.
I disagree sometimes.
But Chingotto, he was the heart and soul, and he kept them alive today. Yeah. He kept them alive today, especially because Fren Guerrero and Javi Leal were trying to pick on him, or they were going to him much more than Galán. And he brought it, Yousef.
Yeah, well, I think what I said throughout the entire segment proves what I'm going to say. It's definitely Federico Chingotto. I believe you can tell me the whole match. You can maybe show me all the stats. We haven't seen all the stats yet. But those 4 points in that final set tiebreak are why I believe they not only won this tournament, but they might have a great chance at year-end world number 1.
From 3-1 down, it was all about Chingotto.
Especially
in that final set tiebreak.
The way Galan missed. And by the way, he hit a backhand volley in the net that was on their serving to give them the mini break.
Yeah.
But he recovers so quick. And I think today was another day where we saw the mentality of Federico Chingotto.
And the mentality of a great team, Yousef.
Yeah, always a great team. Guys, let us know what you thought of Chingotto and Galán and what they did in Pretoria. Was it impressive? Do you think now you have more hope of them becoming world number 1s by season end? Let us know in the comments. And if you have not subscribed, do it, please.
Yousef, this was an amazing tournament from Leal and Guerrero. I don't think anyone saw this coming, especially after the way Leal started the season, Yousef.
Yeah.
How impressive was this run from Leal and Guerrero?
Not only Leal, by the way. Even Fren had his problems with Paquito. It was Los Pacos for a tournament. Then it was Los whatever. It was
Los Explosivos.
Los Explosivo. That's what it was. And so they were both in shambles, you could say. Mentally, they weren't there. Leal couldn't win a match, like you're saying. Couldn't win a single match for maybe 4 or 5 tournaments, if I remember. And then
That's a couple months there.
look, this is what happens when you team up with someone that you know, someone that you love, someone that compliments you. We know they've known each other ever since they were babies, basically. But for them to team up with each other, and we saw last year what they were capable of. And then we were like, why would you break up? You guys are the perfect team. And by the way, they had this nice run last year at the same exact time. Remember when they beat Yangos and they beat Koki, and they had a few runs and they made it to the semifinal in a major, and we're like, this is them. Then they broke up. They are understanding that they are the best for each other. This team complements each other perfectly. I think when you think of a team, you're like, Fren Guerrero and Javi Leal, I can't think of a better pairing. I can't really. It's to me, I might be a bit biased because I love Leal and you love Fren, so we're biased to this team. But I think it's the perfect team. And then and I like to think of this, like my conclusion from this is, I know people like to talk about how much you're like focus on your job, focus on your role, and don't blame your partner. But sometimes when you're in the perfect team, when you have the best partner with you, this is what you get in return. You get some of your best results ever. You make it to your first ever Premier Padel final. You take down Lebron and LeBurger from 6 match points down. You beat Coello and Tapia. You end their winning 26 match win streak. This is what happens when you have the partner for you. So that's why sometimes I know we talk about focus on yourself and what you can do, but sometimes when you're not with the right partner, you could be 0 losses going into month 3 of the year. But here they are, the perfect partners. We have one of the best runs, I think the best run of the year, even though they didn't win the tournament.
There's so many good things that you said there. And I 100% agree, because for all the paddle lovers and fans out there, especially for the beginners, paddle is a team sport.
Yeah.
Paddle is not an individual sport. Just because you come from tennis or because you've watched, tennis is very different from paddle. Paddle is about the team. Yeah. This run was about the power of friendship, the power of brotherly love, the power of a great team. Listen to what Leal was saying after the matches that they won against LeBurger and against Coello Tapia. Listen to Fran. They are gelling like a team. They are enjoying playing like a team. Yousef, I love that you mentioned the 6 match points that they came back from against Augsburger. And we're going to talk about that match right now. But how about this? Coello and Tapia were serving for the second set.
Yeah.
And then Leal made a smash error that went pure glass that cost them the break. And that let Coello and Tapia serve for the second set. What happened in that changeover, Yousef? Fren Guerrero's telling Leal, no worries, vamos. Many times he's telling, vamos, Javi. And Javi in the beginning was upset. By the time he walks out onto the court, he's back to his full beast self. Yeah. First point, smash winner. They break back, 5-all against Coello Tapia. They hold serve, 6-5, then they break Coello Tapia to win the match in straights. Who's beaten Coello Tapia in straights in their life? Only Fred and Guerrero and very other few humans on this planet. Fast forward to the third set again. 5-4 in the third set against Chingalan. Chingalan serving for the match. An error by Leal in the game before that cost him the break that allows Chingalan to serve for the match. What happens in the changeover again? Friend Guerrero is talking to Javi, same way. No worries, friend. Javi, vamos, Javi. Vamos, Javi. Come on, Javi. Multiple times, giving him a high five. Multiple times, rooting him on, cheering him on. First point, Leal error. What happens? No worries. Friend stays behind them. They break 5-all. They hold 6-5, and they had chances to break at that game at 5-6, and they had match point Yousef in the tiebreak. Why? Because amazing leadership from Friend, an amazing partnership, an amazing team. This is what it means to be a team. They hugged each other before the tiebreak began to say that we've done it. Like, whatever happens, we're bros, we're brothers, it doesn't matter. Yousef, that's amazing teamwork. And from both of them, I love the leadership from Fran on those changeovers when they were down, when they could have tanked. And I thought that Paquito might have broken Fran's confidence after that changeover. Remember, where they're both looking dispatched and completely out of it. Yousef, I absolutely love this run from both players. They complement each other so well. And I absolutely love the leadership I saw from Fran on those two changeovers. That is the definition of a great team effort.
Well said. I love that you mentioned that point at the hug before the tiebreak, because when I saw it, I'm like, wow. Like, you guys are in a very tight moment. It's not thinking of cheering the other on. It's just we're in this together. It's a team. We're in this together. It's not like I can't even explain the emotions I felt when I saw him. Like, that stood out to me. It stood out to me because it goes much deeper than just a hug.
I loved it.
It was in the biggest moment. It might be the biggest moment of their careers. You never know what's going to happen to their careers.
You're not guaranteed to get this moment again.
You're not guaranteed to get first of all, even if they win tournaments, and we know they're going to win tournaments. They're superstars. But like, to get that moment, that run, and having the story behind it, and then you felt like they were in the moment. And, it didn't go their way, but I love these two guys. I love this pair, and I hated when they broke up last year. So the fact that we have this run, that I think it should keep them with each other for as long as nobody above them calls them. But just an amazing story, an amazing run. And as you said, and as we were saying off cam, this is a nominee in the Pulses for Gladiator Run of the Year, even though they haven't won the tournament.
100%. You said it was just green flags all throughout the match. Like, even there was a moment in I don't remember when it was exactly in the third set. Friend Guerrero, he makes a huge error, like it's pure fences. It was like a forehand volley to the fence. And Javi's like, no, or a smash. He's like, no worries. Like, the body language was so kind, and it was so supportive. Like, green flag. Yes. By the way, Yousef, you said like you wish they hadn't have broken up. Had they not broken up, I don't think we would see the body language.
I only know I love you till I let you go.
But not only that, I think they realize what you need to be as a partner.
Yeah.
Like, they grew from those experiences. Like, they both had heartbreaks, and they both suffered from bad partners who took them down.
Yeah. The thing is, they are both good partners, by the way, because even when Fran was with Paquito, I think he was a good partner. I never see negative body language.
Friends never.
And by the way, Leal too.
Yes.
Leal, when he was with Lucas Bergamini last year, by the way, was amazing. It was amazing bonding. It was amazing partnership. You're like, why would those break up? They probably won't break up. And so both of those guys have proven to be great partners, and the fact that they're back together, great partners, just like it's a super team. It's a super team in terms of, like you said, camaraderie. And last point I'd like to add, because to the belief, and like you said, Friend Guerrero cheering them on, but both of them as a team, they've come close. They've had amazing tournaments. They've come close to playing it, but they've never beaten any of the guys they've beaten this tournament. And when you go from taking down Lebron and Ausberger, having saved 6 match points, then you go up against Coello and Tapia, who are on a 26 match win streak, 27 final streak, and then you win the first set, okay? And then you've accomplished what you've needed to accomplish this tournament. It's beyond their wildest dreams. And then 4-3, Love 40. They were up 4-3, Love 40, 3 break point chances to take that break and to serve for the match. They lose 5 straight points. And then what happens after losing that? 4-all, everything's fine. They get broken, 5-4. And then that's the moment you're like, okay, Coello and Tapia, they're the kings. They're the ones who are going to go on and do what they do. They break you, they're going to win the set, they're going to go on and win the match. That's what happens usually when you have the kings in front of you. But that's not what happened. And they believed in each other. And they stayed, the momentum stayed, and the positivity stayed. And at the end, they took them down in straight sets. To me, like, so many anecdotes from this run, like we can go back on, we won't go on more than this, but that was the one for me where I'm like, okay, oh my God. This is just belief. This is belief in each other. This is just partnership, camaraderie, everything that you added. But that was a moment I'm like, Coello and Tapia, you're not supposed to do that against Coello and Tapia.
No.
You're not supposed to do that. But these two kids, I will say that they're kids because in comparison to the people that they played, they're two young guns, two superstars, I believe. But they are still young kids. They have so much belief, so much confidence in themselves that they were able to do that. Take down Coello and Tapia in straight sets and end an iconic, historic streak.
Yeah, and I think, Yousef, to answer your question also, that I guess we didn't really touch on exactly. I think they're going to go far. I really believe in this team a lot. I think they have the perfect paddle because they have a combination of firepower and creativity and consistency that can take them really all the way to the top. I expect a lot more of these types of runs, Yousef.
Yeah, me too. Guys, let us know what you thought of Leal and Guerrero. To me, they are the story of the tournament, and someone else, by the way, that we're going to talk about later on in the episode. But guys, let us know what you think and subscribe if you have not subscribed. You know, Ismaeel, but on the other side of that court in the semifinals was your team.
Mi hombres, Yousef.
6 match points. 6 match points in the
6.
final set tiebreak.
6.
And they lose. You know, so I'm going to ask the question. I know it might not be the positive spin on it, but was that loss to Leal and Guerrero a choke from Lebron and Elsberger?
You can't not say it's a choke, but it was also very clutch, Yousef, from Javi Leal and friend Guerrero. But
Okay.
it was I would like, come on Leo, like,
Yeah.
I think Leo got tight, you know, and he talked about he's working with a sports psychologist because he's feeling the weight of expectation and the pressure. So I think he got tight, Yousef, and I think Fren and Javi clutched up. They were playing free. They were playing clutch, and they went for it. They went for their shots. Javi had multiple smashes that were fantastic. Maybe a couple lobs where, Yousef, you can say they're short, but they went for their stuff, Yousef. And so I would say it was...
No choke.
It's like they were up 6-4 and then it was 1-1. Like, it wasn't like they had like 6-1 and then they choked from 6-1. It was 6-4 and then they had multiple chances after that where it's a singular match
They
point.
almost choked the 5-love against Chingalan.
Yeah. But I'm going to say no choke, Yousef.
Ah.
But I'm going to say very sloppy. But more importantly, very clutch, Yousef, I would say, from Javi and Fren. I would say more clutch, Yousef.
Look at Javi Leal played extremely brave in that tiebreak, even when they were down. And he goes for shots. And by the way, if they didn't go his way, you're going to say...
You're going to critique him.
Hey, dummy. Hey, dummy, that's crazy. Hey, este loco.
Yeah.
That's loco, my friend. That's crazy. But so, however, the mistakes, like this is a team, look, they're a team fighting for world number 1. Elsberger to make, like, there's no player that I see that makes more of these mistakes where the ball goes straight glass, pure glass. Some of these volleys are pure glass. Like his racket is so powerful. Like he uses that superpower racket that he has no control whatsoever. But sometimes he does have control. But you know, I think there were some bad mistakes from guys that want to be world number 1. And LeBron, some bad lobs, very easy lobs. Like the smashes weren't great from Javi. Javi is one of the top, I would say, 5 smashers on tour. But he had some puppy lobs from LeBron. So mistakes from LeBron, mistakes from Elsberger, plus some clutchness from them. But this is a choke. This is a choke. You can't miss returns in the net. Now I'm going to put this more on Elsberger than I am going to put them on LeBron. It wasn't his match. He didn't rise up to the occasion. We saw it last tournament, but I'm going to characterize this as a choke from the team. However, I would lean more towards Leo Elsberger.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, it was sloppy, Yousef, and not to give LeBron a free pass because he's the leader of this team and he needs to manage better.
But to be fair, he was positive with him, and there were some bad misses.
No, I'm not critiquing his leadership. I'm critiquing his paddle. Like he was, like you said, those short lobs. There were a couple of tactical things, like maybe a little bit too aggressive that cost these volley-to-volley clash, like forcing. But that's how they play. Like that's how they play. They're max aggressive. It's pedal to the metal. Like they're not gonna let up. And so it's they're still figuring out.
But again, if you're the third best team and trying to be world number one, 6 match points. If this was Chingalan, if this was Coello and Tapia, we would call it a choke. We don't care who's on the other side of the net. But, that's what we have to say. Guys, let us know. Was this a choke from LeBron and LeBurger losing 6 match points and end up losing that match against Leal and Guerrero? Let us know in the comments. We love to know what you guys have to say.
Well, Yousef, one of the fun stories of this tournament.
Just amazing stories in Pretoria.
Pretoria
delivered.
Thank you. Pretoria have delivered for Africa.
I know we have South African viewers, and guys, thank you. I don't know if any of you were involved. No one was involved because it was the players. However, you guys gave us the best tournament of the year by far.
Amazing. And if you were there, let us know in the comments. What was it like? Because
and if you have videos, send us.
Yeah, send us, definitely. And Yousef, what in the world? Sanyo is making a resurgence. This guy just doesn't go away. He is a walking legend into the quarterfinals. Into the semis, sorry. Again.
Don't make a mistake.
At this age, Yousef, how impressive was this from Sanyo?
Look, why is a man who's 42 in the world making multiple semifinals in Premier Padel? Why?
I love
There's only one explanation. That 42-year-old is one of the best to ever live, and to some, the best to ever live.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. And, what Sanyo is doing right now can be up there with, dare I say, like even better than what Bella was doing at his age. And by the way, Bella was still winning tournaments, but
world number 2.
But Sanyo Gutierrez was not playing at this age. He's not playing with Arturo Coello. No, he's not. He's playing with Gonza Alfonso, making it to the semis in Cancun, and with who I love, Juan Luesbri, and making it to the semifinals with him.
Juan Lu's my boy.
I love Juan Luesbri, and by the way, I want to talk about him a bit in this segment. But for him to be able to do that, and by the way, act as coach in these teams, he acts as coach. So he's coach, and he's player, and he's leader, and he's taking these guys and making it to the semifinals, and he's taking down stars along the way to do it. Took down Chingalan, we saw in Cancun. Played an amazing match here to lose. But against Chingalan again, Sanyo, what he's doing at this age is extremely impressive. You should not be doing what he's doing, but this is just another feather in his cap to say, okay, Sanyo Gutierrez, my friend, if some say you are the GOAT, but you are undisputed, one of the greatest to ever live. And with a paddle that has evolved to Bella stands no chance in this paddle with his game, but Sanyo is able to, because he has some weapons in his arsenal, but his mind is top tier. He's able to do this. We saw the masterclass he performed in Cancun. We saw the masterclass. Alex Ruiz and Javi Garcia. Bagel, my friend, in the quarters. Bagel, and it might be a bagel in the second set too. Absolutely impressive. Love this from Sanyo. This is amazing for the people that don't know Sanyo. This is a reminder. Even if they don't see someone who's GOAT, they can go back like, who's this guy? Why in the world is this 42-year-old making it to semifinals when this is a game of 20-year-olds? This is why. He's one of the greatest to ever live. And this week was another reason why we're going to remember Sanyo for who he is.
I love what you're saying, Yousef. And Argentina has a history of goats. And, he reminds me of a certain goat that's playing football. This is just a masterclass of the mind. He is a tactical genius, but we can't underestimate the physical abilities that he's showcasing right now at this age. Yeah. Because sometimes he lets it rip, Yousef, and he rips a smash.
He's still
and he's moving. But I really find it very similar to Lionel Messi in the sense that, Messi's stats in the World Cup were that he makes he has the least sprints, the least runs of everyone in the entire tournament because he's very efficient with his movements, right? Efficient with his runs, with his attacks, and with his, prowess. I think of Sanyo the same, like I feel like he knows where to go. I don't feel like he's struggling on the court, Yousef. Some people, you feel like they're grinding, When I think of John Sands, for example, you feel the effort that John Sands is putting, that Cook he's putting, but I feel like Sanyo's just gliding, like, I'm here. I'm here. Here I am, perfectly set up for a smash. Boom, it's over. Here, take a nice Vibora. Here, I just knocked out backhand, por tres. What? How did you do that? How did you anticipate it? And I feel it's very similar to what we saw from Messi in the World Cup in that sense. And that also is a testament to his IQ and his paddle intelligence and also his ability to be a great partner. Like you said, to be coaching while playing, that's extremely difficult. You can't see the court when you're a player like that. And to notice where the weak points are and to adjust mid-match. And that's what he's doing. And, and I also want to give him credit for bringing out the best in almost every player he plays with.
Exactly.
Gonza Alfonso had his best results next to Sanyo. Juanlu Esbri has not had this type of success. If not he had a couple runs, maybe one last year, took down Coello Tapia.
You can go back to last year, at the beginning of the year. Javi Leal was playing with Sanyo, and he also had a few breakthroughs.
And it's an amazing experience for these young guys.
It's one of those master's degrees that we speak of.
Yeah, it's definitely a masterclass, and I think Sanyo, it's amazing. Because I love Juanlu Esbri. I've been a fan of him for a long time. I don't know why he hasn't elevated into one of the top 10 players in the game. I used to see him in that light.
I still do.
And I agree. I think he still can be that. And I think Sanyo's showing that there are talents on this tour. And I love it, Yousef. Yeah. I love seeing an old vet bring out the best in a young, doubted maybe player.
Yeah, no, I think Juanlo's eventually going to be a top 10 player because he's still young, by the way, and these guys eventually, he's going to get his chances, and hopefully he gets a call from someone soon. I think we're biased. We might be biased, but I do believe Juanlo Esbri has the potential to be a top player and to be a seeded player at every tournament. So let's see how that goes. Guys, let us know what you thought of Sanyo and what he did in Pretoria, a semifinal again in 26 at 42 years of age. Let us know in the comments, guys. And if you have not subscribed, now's the time. Do it. Press the button. It means so much to us. So that being said, time for a fun segment we haven't done in a while. Because sometimes we don't have them. But this tournament we do. And it's Shots of the Tournament.
Yeah, Yousef, I have a good one, but I don't know if we should call it Shot of the Tournament or Attempted Murder of the Tournament.
That you would go with, or if they're not, let us know. We'd love to hear what you guys have to say.
Well, Yousef, we had a very fun women's final as well with Gemma Delfi emerging victorious. Again, world number ones, Yousef slowly making a comeback, proving themselves to earn the throne. Your thoughts on the queens in Pretoria?
I'm not happy. Not happy. If I'm being honest, not happy.
If I'm being honest, I also am not happy because that was a heck of an underdog story that we were watching.
Yeah, we were watching an amazing story from Calvo and Fernandez, and can't wait to talk about them in the next segment. But, Gemma and Delfi, this is why they're the world number ones. And, I feel like Delfi rose up to the occasion. I feel like she brought the energy. I feel like maybe Gemma wasn't the Gemma that I expect in especially in the big moments. I felt like Delfi rose to the occasion. I felt the intensity. I saw the intensity. And, back-to-back tournament wins, it's big. It's big. And for Brea and Paulo to fall in the semis, thanks to Claudia and Martina. But, Gemma and Delfi, well done to them. They're the champs. But to me, story of the tournament is in the next segment.
Yeah, story of the tournament, 100% in the next segment, Yousef. Or Leal and Guerrero are story of the tournament.
On the women's side, then.
But, Yousef, it was very similar to what we saw on the men's side, actually, because Gemma and Delfi were serving for the match in that third set, and they lost it. Yeah. And it looked like they were going to choke it away, and then they found a way.
Amazing finals day, man.
Amazing finals day. And they found a way to come up clutch in the tiebreak. So I want to give Gemma and Delfi a lot of credit for proving, Yousef, that they are indeed the world number ones. They exploited the lack of expertise and a little bit of the hesitation, I thought, in decision-making from both Martina Calvo and from Claudia. And I think they get a lot of credit for that. Yeah. I actually think Gemma played very solid. I saw it differently, Yousef. I think Gemma exploited Martina's lack of experience, especially in that final set tiebreak. I think, she played steady and calm. Martina was a little bit too anxious, a little bit too eager, perhaps a bit over aggressive in the wrong moments. And I think Gemma took advantage of that. So, even if you don't think she had a great match, I think Gemma's really what led them to the victory here because of how she managed the cross court with Martina. Took advantage in the big moments, Yousef.
Fair.
But anyways,
Yeah.
who's your MVP? I think we know.
Delfi Brea. I told you, I think she rose up to the occasion. You know something? I expect Gemma to be the one because she's the vet. She's arguably the greatest ever. But I think Delfi gave us that spice that Delfi gives us when it mattered most.
Delfi gives a lot of spice, although I questioned some of her decision making today, Yousef, and especially in some big moments. But again, for me, it's Gemma because of what she did in that final set tiebreak. I thought she exploited Martina Calvo for the most part.
Fair. Guys, do you agree with who's the MVP of this tournament? Was it Delfi Brea? Was it Gemma Triay? Let us know in the comments. Let's know what you think of their run and their past 2 tournaments, because it looks like they are back where they've always belonged. On the other side of the net, though, the story of the tournament, Ismaeel. Martina Calvo, Claudia Fernandez, together. I guess the young duo that people think have extremely high potential, but maybe not just yet. They prove us wrong into their first final together as a pair. Your thoughts on Martina and Claudia?
Yousef, I was so hyped for this pair when I heard they were joining each other. In fact, I was kind of looking forward to them joining each other before the season began. I thought that would make sense.
It seemed like that was the call.
Yeah, but then Martina Calvo decided to take another master class with Marta Ortega. She got to learn from her.
Yeah.
And, Claudia had her experiences with Araujo, and they didn't quite get over the hump.
Experiences they were.
Yeah. But, Yousef, I feel like I'm watching, with Martina Calvo especially, I'm watching a world number 1. I'm watching a world number 1.
Gemma did say that she's going to become world number 1.
It's undoubted.
Just a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time, but I think time is going to disappear because I think she's going to make it happen. She's ready, Yousef. Yeah. There are such minor tweaks in the game for Martina to be the best player in the world. She has it, and I love her passion. I love her energy. And I love her leadership. Double fist pumping every time she was winning a point, especially in the tiebreak. I love how she was rooting Claudia Fernandez on every time, especially after mistakes. Yeah. That's Yousef, world number 1 leader quality. Not just world number 1 talent, but leadership quality as well. Partner quality of the highest order. Claudia has the talent. She's been already very successful for multiple years, given her age. Yousef, if they stay together, I think they're world number 1. Martina Calvo, I think within 2 years, she's world number 1.
The call is Calvo Ostero eventually. That's the Coello Tapia.
That's going to be unstoppable. That's going to be the unstoppable pair.
Yeah, that's the call. And you make some amazing points. I like that you focused on Calvo because I'm actually going to focus on Claudia Fernandez. And that's the angle that I looked at with this partnership. First tournament, first final together. So, okay, success. But what do I see? I see that Claudia Fernandez, for as long as I've seen Claudia Fernandez, she's been treated as the little sister. And rightly so, because she is super young. However, in partnerships like the Bea Gonzalez partnership, she is not the beta here because she has as much success as Bea Gonzalez, and then they had all the success together. And then with Sofia Araujo, way more successful than Sofia Araujo.
But Sofia left her.
And Sofia, and you could feel like the dynamic was Sofia is the dominant. Sofia does have a strong character, and I'm the alpha and you're the beta, yet Claudia is the one who is way more successful, so much younger, all the history on her side. History breaker. And then for the first time, Claudia Fernandez is with a player who is not going to see her that way. Claudia Fernandez actually is allowed to be a leader of some sorts. Claudia Fernandez is being able to spread her wings. And I could see it in the body language. I could see how she was moving. She stood a bit taller, I believe. She's jumping up, she's moving. You feel like sometimes she's playing and she's reserved, but she's playing with energy. She's talking, she's proactive. And that's because she's with a player who sees her as her equal, by the way, and probably sees her as her leader, because Claudia Fernandez is one of the most successful kids to 18-year-olds to ever live in padel. So
great points.
That is why I believe this team is going to be successful. We're going to see the best Claudia Fernandez we've ever seen. She's no longer going to be seen as that person who she was with Brea and Sofia. She did not deserve to be seen that way. And she's yelled at by Gabirek on the sidelines. And when you get yelled at by the coach and the other player, like, I'm the good one, you're actually the one that needs work on. That's not the case. This is a team, Leal, Fran Guerrero. This is a team. This is two teammates together, two good partners together. And this is what we have. First tournament, first final, and I can't wait to see what's more. And I'm extremely happy that Claudia Fernandez took down Bea Gonzalez because that's the person that left her. I wish Sofia Araujo was in the mix there. No, but she almost had the one against Gemma Triay who left her. However, this team is going to be amazing going forward. And I think the key is Claudia Fernandez is going to be able to spread her wings.
Oh, those are such good points.
Yeah.
Those are such good points. I 100% agree. I felt like she was definitely playing freer. Definitely playing freer. And I think they're going to shine, Yousef. I think if they trust this project. And by the way, like you said, Claudia's the one taking a risk here by going to Martina.
Yeah.
But Martina deserves the risk. She's awesome.
She's that one. She's that Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Martina is
that Agustin Tapia, Ali Galan, Arturo Coello.
She's that. She's her.
I hope they stay together. Claudia's always been thrown to the wayside, even though she's proven so much success. So that's why I decided to focus, and why my eyes went to Claudia Fernandez, because she's the one who deserves better. And finally, I think after all that, she might be the one teaming up with the future of the sport, because she is the future, but a future superstar who may surpass all those other players.
Yousef, and they were only a couple points away from lifting this trophy, and I expect big things from them.
Yeah.
And don't doubt Claudia Fernandez. No. And nobody has ever succeeded in doubting.
Watch out for her.
Yeah, and thank you for reminding me that, because I also root so hard for her after Bea Gonzalez left her.
Yeah. Guys, let us know what you thought of Claudia Fernandez and Martina Calvo in their first tournament together, making a final, having an amazing run. We love to know what you guys have to say. We're hyped on them. I'm passionate about this team and so happy for Claudia Fernandez. But guys, let us know and subscribe. Well, guys, time for my favorite segment of every episode, and that is Overreaction or Not. I'm going to tell you something based on what happened this week, and you let me know. Is this an overreaction? Is this not? Let's do it, Ismaeel.
Let's go, baby.
Some fun ones, by the way. I really like them. First one. Leal and Fran Guerrero secured their spots for Spain's World Cup team. Overreaction or not?
Ooh, I like this one a lot, Yousef. Yeah. So here are the right-sided players that are locked for the Spanish national team. Lebron and Coello. That's it. Mm-hmm. Then you have three players you want to choose from. Yanguas, Fran Guerrero, and John Sanz. Yanguas is no longer a lock for me, Yousef. Fran Guerrero is officially the lock for me. And then you go with Yanguas or Sanz, whoever is in better shape.
Okay, so you have Fran in.
Fran is in. Go to the left side. You have the locks are Galan. Full stop. That's it. Then you have Koki, Paquito, Leal, and then A. Margoni. 100% Leal is a lock, Yousef. 100% he's a lock. They're both a lock. And by the way, Padel's a team sport. So you want this team playing your third match, Yousef. It's a lock.
Yeah, I agree. This is not an overreaction. Happy that you agreed, because I was going to agree. Leal, Fran Guerrero, this is not an overreaction. If Spain doesn't take them, I will be furious.
How can you not?
I don't know.
You take Paquito over Leal, for example?
No. Then how about this one? Leal again. Leal is a top 5 talent in the world. Overreaction or not?
Ooh, talent. He's awesome. He's so fun to watch. But talent stuff, we have a lot of talent at the top. So those top 4 guys are super talented. And then you have LeBron Ausberger at number 5, 6. I don't know. If you say left side, I might go with
overreaction.
I'm gonna say overreaction. One of the top 5 entertainers in the sport, for sure. Yeah. Talent, I'm gonna have to say overreaction.
Leal has everything. He has absolutely everything you want from a paddle player. You want the defense, he has it. You want the smashing, he has it. You want the volleys. What does he not have? Very few players wow me, and Leal, and we saw him live many times. Leal live is spectacular, and by the way, he's a fan favorite for a reason.
He has flair, Yousef.
He does have flair, and that's because he's super talented. He does things that don't make sense. He blocks smashes coming his way, side glass. Smashes coming his way, side glass. That's how special he is. So I'm going to say this is not an overreaction. I think he's one of the most talented players we have on tour, and that puts him in the top 5 for me.
You're gonna have to kick out a lot of people to get him into the top 5, huh?
I think he deserves to be there. Okay. Well, next one. Fran Guerrero is the 4th best right side player in the world. Overreaction or not?
4th best right side player, like
So you have Coello, you have Chingotto, you have Lebron, and Yanguas. Are you going Yanguas? Are you going John Sands? Are you going Edu Alonso? Maxi Arce?
Yousef, I'm a big Fran guy. You know how much I think Fran's an alpha. So for me, this is not an overreaction. I have him over Yanguas, Yousef. I have him over Sands. Like when he's playing like this, and this is his, and he's not even reached his potential. I really think he is the 4th best player on the right side. I see him in that light. For me, he is, Yousef. It's not an overreaction for me.
I'm gonna say overreaction, and I know he's in the conversation. However, I am a bit biased. I think John Sands is the 4th best player on the right side in the world, and he's my favorite player because I look up to him because I'm a lefty. So I'm gonna say that this is an overreaction. A fun one here, Ismaeel.
Let's go for it, baby.
Nobody will ever break Arturo Coello and Agustin Tapia's 27 final streak. Overreaction or not?
27 consecutive finals, Yousef. That's almost a year and a half of just making every single Premier Padel final.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be up there, Yousef, when it's all said and done. I think this is going to go down as one of the greatest sporting accomplishments of all time. I think it's going to be in the same realm of, 14 Roland Garros, 10 for Rafa, 10 Australian Opens for Novak, 8 Wimbledons for Rafa. I think it's going to be in that realm. It's going to be in that category. It's going to be in that 2015 year of Novak, Djokovic type of realm. So yes, it's not an overreaction. So this one is never, ever, ever getting broken.
Okay.
Your thoughts?
This is an overreaction. This is an overreaction. It's going to get broken.
Really?
It's going to get broken by Coello and Tapia.
They're going to do it again?
They're going to do it. Let's go one more round. Encore. Tapia told us 2 tournaments ago he's becoming better. This is the best Tapia he's ever been. And he's going to continue to improve. Coelho's still a young guy. They're going to continue to improve. We haven't seen either of their peaks. That means I think we're going to see a much longer streak.
50 finals.
They're going to pass the 27. Not an overreaction.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Last but not least, Aymar Goni will get a call from John Sands or Mike Yanguas very soon. Overreaction or not?
Yousef, that's based on the idea that Stupan Yanguas, the countdown timer is officially started. And Sanz Nieto. Well, Sanz Nieto, I thought they're bros for life, but maybe they're going to break up again. I don't know.
They're not having that best of a time. And lest I remind you, Aymar Goni, you can't name that many players who have taken Coello and Tapia to final set multiple times. He's done it with Edu Alonso. Don't want to take anything away from Edu, but Goni, he's coming.
Oh, well, Yousef, I believe in Aymar Goni, and Aymar Goni is him.
You have been believing in him since last year.
Yeah, I've told you this guy's a baller.
He was a known name at the time.
Yeah. So I think Yanguas is going to probably try to call Javi Leal, but Javi Leal's not going to pick up. And if I'm Javi Leal, I don't pick up the phone.
You don't pick up the phone.
And so, yes, after that, he's going to go to Goni. And then, yeah, he's going to make a call to Goni. He's going to make a call to Goni.
Yanguas is in a bad spot right now.
Yeah.
I think
but Yanguas doesn't like to drop in the rankings, but I think he's going to have to, Yousef. So not an overreaction.
This is not an overreaction. I think he's definitely going to get a call. Like Edu Alonso, I love him, and I love that he loves his team. Let's see if Aymar Goni's loyal. Maybe he's going to be loyal because they're having runs, but if you can get a call from someone inside the top four seeds, then you're probably going to accept it.
I wish I could remind these young guys, Padel is a team sport. Yeah. I beg you, it's a team sport.
Let's see what
Stop
happens.
leaving for greener grass. It's a team sport.
I know. I agree with you. Guys, that was the overreaction, not for this week in Pretoria. Let us know what was an overreaction, what was not. Let us know in the comments, and please subscribe if you have not done so yet.
Well, you guys know we love to let you know where we were right and where we were wrong. Yep. Let's start off with where we were wrong on the women's side. Guys, I had Brea and Paula Jose Maria for a change. And guess what? I was wrong. Yousef, I might pick them more so that they can keep losing like this. I'm actually not upset about that.
Yeah.
Haroon was also wrong because he also had Brea and PJM, as you told us last time.
Yep.
Where we were right. Well done, Yousef. You had Gemma Delfi. I don't know if you've ever picked them this year, but you did it and they won.
You know, I had forgotten that I picked them, by the way, and I was not happy they won. So I don't know what that says about me, but, you know, I guess I'll take my flowers.
Well done. Very good pick. Where we were wrong on the men's side. Haroon had Coello and Tapia.
Well done. Wrong.
Wrong on that one. Where we were right. Yousef, me and you had Chingalan. Vamos. Hey, maybe I'm the good luck charm for Chingalan.
That's not true.
But I believed in them. You were so upset that I picked them with you.
I was, because I like to enjoy the glory on my own. Just me and Fede and Ali.
Ah, okay. You guys have a three-person. That's a very intimate.
Only us. It's only us.
Oh, wow. It's an intimate group you have there. Well, I really enjoyed being on the Chingalan train.
Welcome.
But I actually wanted Leal though and friend Guerrero too.
Yeah, I know.
So
it was going to be spectacular.
it's going to be better.
We're not going to get run like this the rest of the season.
No, I don't think we are. But we're moving into London, and first time ever to have a P1 in London.
In London town.
In London town. I love it, Yousef. I love it because the sport is expanding.
Yes.
London town. It's going to be hot, though.
It's indoors.
It's going to be hot,
It's
though.
all going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Chingalan.
We need paddle in the biggest cities in the world.
Yeah, we do. Chingalan on LeBurger side.
London deserves it, by the way. They have an amazing paddle scene.
Yeah, it's a very active paddle scene.
Lots of paddle.
Sir Andy Murray has invested in paddle.
Sir Andy Murray.
All right, let's get into it. Yousef, ready to make your picks?
Let's do it.
Let's go, baby. Who do you got winning the London P1 on the women's side?
You know, I picked them last week to win the tournament, and they proved me right. I'm not going to pick them this week. Gemma Delfi, you're not going to win a third tournament in a row.
¿Por qué no?
Because it's just not going to happen. You know who's going to win?
Qui?
It's the one and only. Give me Claudia Fernandez expanding her wings. Give me Martina Calvo with some scars on her back after her first final with Claudia. They're going to win the London P1. Even though it's a long way back, they're going to take this one home. And they're going to prove to everyone that they're coming for everything.
Ooh, nice one, Yousef. But I doubted my girls last week. I'm not going to do it this week. I'm riding with Gemma and Delfi. Clutch win that they came up with this week. And you know, in the post-match presser, they were ready on to London. They want to preserve the #1 spot. Momentum on their side with the new coach, Haroon, Yousef. I love what's happening. I'm going with Gemma and Delfi, baby.
Well done. Good job.
Haroon, who do you have?
Who am I going to pick? I'm going to pick the team that is going to bounce back and who studies more than anyone.
Do they study hard?
Everyone studies super hard. And the one who studies more.
Yeah. Who is it?
The ones that they are known to study. They are known that they study.
They study a lot.
They study so much. Paulo Josemaria and Bea. So they study so hard.
Whoa.
They're going to win this tournament.
Caught me off guard.
They're going to win this tournament.
All right, PJM.
Does anyone study as much as them?
Nobody studies as much as PJM.
They study.
PJM for the win, baby.
PJM, baby.
Good pick, Haroon.
Thank you, man.
Well done.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move it on, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go to the men's side. Let's go for it.
Let's do it.
Who do you got winning the London P1 on the men's side, Yousef?
Look, I need an end to this swing to end on a high. I need us to enter the summer break on a high. I need us to enter with confidence. So I'm going to speak it into existence. I'm going to manifest. We are going to end this summer swing with 2 consecutive title wins. Alejandro Galan, Federico Chingotto, after they clutch win in Pretoria, go on back-to-back in London, take down Coello and Tapia in the final, take down LeBron and LeBurger in the semis, and go into the summer, enjoy that vacation with one step closer to year on world #1.
Ooh, well, Yousef, Chingalan are looking amazing. I agree with that. But give me LeBurger, baby.
Why?
I feel like they have an opportunity to prove themselves. They shine best when they have a chip on their shoulder. They beat Chingalan 2 tournaments ago. And, you know, it was bad luck, Yousef. It was bad luck this tournament against Friend and Javier. It's okay. They have an opportunity to make up for it. LeBurger for the title, baby. Let's do it. Rock and roll.
Chokers.
Nah, I think they're going to do it. Yousef. Haroon.
Duh.
Who's going to win, baby?
What team, which is similar to the women, studies? Do you know a team that studies more than the world #1?
Do they study hard?
Do you know a team, by the way, this is the right pick. The team that comes back. Just saying, this is the right pick. A team that does not like to lose. Do you know a team that does not accept losing in P1s? It's Arturo Coello and Agustin Tapia. And just when Chingotto and Galán think that they're going to be on their tails, it's going to extend, it's going to move further away, and that carrot is going to move further and away from that donkey called Chingotto and Galán. Coello and Tapia, champions in the first ever London P1. Book it.
Yeah, that sounds like that's what's going to happen. that's a pretty good scenario.
And Haroon's going to get credit for it.
He should.
Yeah.
He should. He knows who studies the most.
Yes, sir.
He does. Doozy.
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. I love this week. I love this week. Pretoria, thank you again. This is the third time I'm thanking Pretoria.
They gave me
the
energy.
third time I'm thanking South
They gave me the
Africa.
energy I needed.
They gave me so much energy going into the London P1. I can't wait to see what happens there. Something inside me told me Pretoria is going to deliver. They love paddle. They deserved an amazing tournament. They got an amazing tournament.
Awesome. And if you loved this episode, guys, go check out our interview with the GOAT of paddle content himself, Otro Nivel Sven Bule. An amazing interview. It's going to absolutely shoot your paddle IQ up to the heavens. And if you enjoy that, go check out our interview with Coach David Howe of the Swedish national team. So many cool inside points and nuggets. You're going to love it. Also insights about Coello, Tapia, and the best rivalries on the Premier Paddle Tour. It's amazing. Check it out. And subscribe if you haven't. It means so much to us. And we'll see you right after the London P1. A good day to you.
¡Vamos, vamos, vamos!